channel. Joseph Fountain here. Thanks for tuning in. So today I want to talk about the 20-year-old gentleman, Alexander, who committed suicide once he saw that his bank account was negative $730,000 in Robinhood. Now, this isn't a video that I actually wanted to make. I actually was just really didn't like reading the news. As someone that is all about investing, like not just investing in stocks, but investing in real estate, investing in yourself, investing in others, building your own business. Having that freedom is something that you can use to create a long-lasting wealth for you and your family, and having that knowledge is something that is valuable. I mean, highly valuable. But I did not really want to get into the video or make a video because, you know, that's not something you ever want to hear, where someone decides to take their own life behind something like investing. And in particular for this situation, he was, trading. So trading and investing isn't the same thing. So my condolences out to his family. And for those that have kind of reached out asking, like, what did I think about it? Or like kind of having a fear of the market. I just want to explain to you the differences because situations like these are not something you ever want to hear. And you've seen situations like these when people have lost like their entire 401ks behind companies going under, stealing the money, and people have committed suicide behind things like that as well. Or situations where you've seen someone who is over a nonprofit or even over a fund for like a church or for like a business, and they decide that they're going to try to play the stock market to make some extra money with all of this money that they have, and they lose it. And some end up in jail, some have committed suicide, some just disappear because the heart-wrenching just feeling of knowing that you just lost so much money. So with the gentleman Alexander, he looked into his account and saw that at the time he owed $730,000, almost $1 million from trading like margins and options and things like that. Robinhood said it was like a glitch or something like that. So certainly Robinhood is getting some slack behind it. It's not the best type of news that they need at this time. They've already had, different issues and things like that, but I mean, that's just what it is for them. So they'll have to deal with, those things. And in general, maybe not just them, but others, maybe put other parameters around option trading and marginal trading, because it's very easy for people to say that they understand options and margins and things like that. Now, a lot of times what happens when you see news like this, sometimes people take it and they run with it, and they just creates a whole lot of fear. And so what I hope to do in this video is to kind of just help you not be fearful of the market for those that it apply to. Those that kind of understand, how things work, they understand this situation, which was pretty much, it's not the same as investing. So on this channel, you've heard me say, I don't talk about, trades, not that I have anything about trading options or trading margins, anything like that. I've something that I do know how to do. I've done it before in the past, and I just don't really do it much now. The reason is I just don't do it that much now. So it's not that I have anything against it. It's just that I believe that if you're going to, learn about options or things like that, you really do have to learn about it, because you can lose money, and when you get into margins, you can owe money. So that's not the same as just investing your money into a nice index fund, ETF fund, or buying a stock. Is not the same thing. Can you lose all of your money, in the stock market, just regular investing? Yeah, you can in a sense, but in the same instance, it's not the same drastic changes as you see that happens in margins and options and trading, because there's a whole lot another different mechanic. For example, if you're trading options, you can bet against a company going up or going down. Now, when the market swings like it did, let's say, for example, this past week, where the market was looking to trend down and it ended up trending upwards and having record days, then if you were betting for something to go down, then what's happened is you saw the money that you put into that investment dwindle down to probably almost zero, which those things have like, dates till, like it can be something where you're you have an option trade for for like a week or for a month or whatever. So it doesn't mean that that's it, but just me saying that just sounds a little complicated from some of you. Like, what? Like, better gets a company going up and down. Like, what does that mean? So what I always encourage people to do is to, go and do a ton of research when you're trying to get into options and trading. Or sometimes I recommend them to a few people to go to that actually has in-depth courses or information about it. Like I said, I don't have anything against it. It's just one of those things that you have to understand that there is a huge amount of risk with that. For example, one of the things that I always tell people, if you've been watching my channel at any cost, one of the things I always tell people is like, hey, when you get into things that are seemingly risky, don't ever invest money that you need. Invest money that you're not afraid to lose. So if you don't have any money you're not afraid to lose, then you shouldn't put any money in anything that's crazy risky. And that's kind of the case when it concerns when you get into those things that are even more riskier because of the potential, especially if you don't really understand the mechanics of what's going on or how things are working. Because a lot of times people don't like the art of just investing their money, say like in the stock market, just on simple investing, finding good funds, because sometimes the growth isn't overnight, right? And in most cases, the growth is overnight. You have your unicorns where sometimes stuff pop up overnight, whatever. Yeah, but a lot of times people are trying to chase that. They're looking for that because they want that quick return. They want to make that money quick. They want to be able to. And so what happens is that's kind of like, I don't want to say the gamble side of investing, but it's similar where you're now taking a much higher risk to get a return in a shorter time. Now, I know what it's like to make money from option trading, margin trading, whatever the case is. And yes, if you know what you're doing, you can make, money doing that. However, should you necessarily be chasing that? And so for those that do, like I'm saying, you want to do your research heavily about that so you can understand, the mechanics, because it's not the same. We were just talking about simple investing where you put your money in something that makes sense, you get dividends and things like that. It's a little bit different. It's not the same. And so that's the side where, like, overnight, the money that you had, you could lose it. And when you get into the margin situations, you could actually end up owing money. And so I'm just putting it out there to say, hey guys, be careful. Now, do your research, learn. Now, if you're just trying to invest, then it's a little bit different and the research isn't as in-depth and there isn't as much to learn as it is for like the option trading and stuff like that and marginal trading. So I just wanted to put that out there because, like I said, I did have a few people ask me about that, like in some of my other communities of investing, as well as a few people who were just a little fearful behind investing. They're like, I want to invest, but I want to owe money. And I was explaining to them that it's not the same. It doesn't necessarily work just like that. So guys, if you're looking to learn to invest, learn how to invest. If you're looking to learn to trade, make sure that you learn trading from someone that knows what they're doing. Take your time, research, and just, don't try to rush into it. Like I said, and especially for starters, if you're learning, make sure you lose money that you're not afraid to lose. And if you don't have any money like that, then, don't worry about it. Until you can learn and then also be able to detach yourself emotionally. So news like that, you never want to hear that, especially, if you're someone that loves to invest or you're in the investing world, because a lot of times with stuff like that, and I can't say anything about, what happened between the young man's, when he saw his balance and between the time of him apparently taking his own life. Like, I don't know, so I can't speak about, I wish he would have talked to someone, or I don't know if he did. I don't know anything like that. But those are not the things that you want to necessarily hear. So it's important for you to learn as much as you can. And like I said, with the investing side, it's not the same risk at all. But when you get over to the option and marginal trading side, that's where he was, and I believe it was marginally trading because he had a negative balance that he would quote unquote owe Robinhood themselves or whatever. There's other ways that, around situations like that. I don't know if he was aware of it or not, but what I'm saying is, guys, take precautions when you're looking to get into trading and looking to learn about options and marginal trading. Is it something that you should fear? No, just learn more of it. That's all you have to do is learn. Whatever it is you fear, learn more about it. And find people that can help you navigate, and then be able to find some safe money where you can put into the market and test it out and see how you do before you get into the option trading, the margins. But if you're just regular investing, those aren't things that you have to worry about. Where you open your account and you just been investing in stocks or ETFs or index funds or whatever, just simple things like that, and you open up and you see you owe a lot of money. That's not the case. But anywho, just wanted to touch on that just a little bit, since that's something that did happen during an already crazy time. Hope this has maybe, just reassured someone that it's okay, what you're doing if you're just regular investing, or not to fear and things like that. It's a sad situation, it's a sad story you hate to read or even know about. But I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.